Are we darn? Are we darn? What's Gucci, people? What's Gucci? Hope you're having a good day.
Feeling? How we feeling?
Feeling good, man. Badake and I are grinding over the weekend to get merch released start of next week. And
yeah,
there's already like 4 products that I want to buy. I think you and I will probably just use whatever income that we've gotten from this channel and just, hey, buy a couple things for yourself. Buy something nice.
Yeah, we'll buy something nice.
I definitely want a mug.
Opportunity to promote it as well, you know.
Yeah, I definitely want a mug because I'm a big mug guy. I'm drinking teas all the time, and I don't know. I feel like Ellen, your wife, who designed our logos, she did so well because it's just cool on its own. Like, you don't have to force it. It's just actually a cool logo, and it works really well with stuff.
It's pretty grateful to have me wife, graphic designer.
Yeah.
My babe.
Yeah, shout out to Ellen.
Thanks,
yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna buy the hoodie.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna buy the mug, and then I don't know. I'm trying to think of. There's a couple things. There's like a lot of things that I want, but we obviously still have to pay for it. We'll have to figure out exactly.
To be honest, I probably got to figure out if half the stuff is gonna fit me, like a T-shirt or.
They have XX.
They got 3X?
Yeah, I think they have like 4X. Yeah.
All right. We can definitely.
But that mug, that black mug with the, you know the one I'm talking about. I showed you earlier.
Yeah, yeah.
That one's clean. Anyway.
Yeah, we got mugs and stuff.
Excited for you guys to see that probably next week. We're going to be grinding over the weekend to try and get it out. What's up, Justin? Justin, the legend continues. The legend grows. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Before the stream even began. He says, who wins in a fight, Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase? Like, in a fist fight, I think Jamar Chase.
I would say Justin Jefferson.
Really? I don't know. Jamar seems like he's got more like that.
He got the build, it feels like, but I think Jefferson's fast. You know. Jefferson got.
I think Chase is probably. I think Chase is quicker than Jefferson.
I'm saying that when I say fast, I mean like
with his hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Like.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're going to do that 1-2 action. I feel like maybe. Yeah. Exactly.
A little left, right, good night.
Maybe Justin Jefferson could be a little bit quicker. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's my thought process.
Well, Justin, appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for the super chat. Shout out to everyone who's joining us. Matt, TJ, Daniel,
boys.
Joe,
and girls.
I see Kev, Brandon in the chat. Appreciate all of you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We're doing a Dynasty startup mock draft. And if we get to 100 likes, we will do a rookie mock draft as well. So we will do 2 mock drafts if we hit that like goal. The like goal is 100 likes. So if you have yet to drop a like on your way in, do us a massive favor and drop one. If you like it. If you like the content.
If you like it.
Justin. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Welcome to the YouTube membership.
See you at the top.
Justin is a kingdom builder. Hey, by the way, YouTube doesn't notify you when you're offline and someone becomes a YouTube member. So I just wanted to give a shout out to the people who have recently signed up. Justin Stowers, obviously, AK, Mufasa, Jesse James, who did it yesterday, Mighty Booch, Steve Luddy, Sean, Brad, Dave. And we have, obviously, the OGs who have been signed up. T. Gray, Drusiv, Daniel, Proofy, Dom, Russian. So shout out to everybody who is becoming a YouTube member. Really appreciate that. So let's get this thing popping. We're doing a Dynasty startup mock draft. I'm going to go ahead and create the mock draft. And why don't you tell people how they can potentially get in? Potentially,
for sure, guys. As we say, potentially. Discord. Join our Discord. Link in the description below. It's in the description. It's also in the chat, as you can see right now. If this is your first time here with us, we appreciate you. All you have to do is join our Discord. Go to Dynasty, damn it. Then go to Dynasty Mock Draft tab. You can kind of see where I've posted. I've posted the link. Zach posted the mock draft that we're doing for tonight, and kind of informing everyone of all the things that has been going on. Really good community, by the way. So not only to join the Discord to get into these mocks, but also to have a good community underneath you as well. So once again, it is first come, first serve. So if you join us for the first time, it's okay, because there's going to be multiple times that you can join, because we go live every Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. At least we try to. If not, we're probably late because we're recording videos, but that's all love.
Yeah.
First come, first serve, guys. First come, first serve.
Yeah, that's right. That is right. Okay.
Yeah, send me that link once that's at 80.
I'm gonna send you the link.
Spot.
And I'm trying to figure out where I want to actually mock from as well.
I think I know where I want to.
Where are you gonna do?
I think I might do towards the top of the board because I want to see.
Top of the morning, top of the morning, top of the morning.
Top of the morning. I might do like 1 or 2. I kind of just want to see what that feels like and what that turn is gonna feel.
I'm gonna put myself at 8. I feel like that's where you have to decide between an elite wide receiver or a quarterback.
Yeah, and I'm putting that's kind of the same thing here at this end. It's like, okay, I'm not gonna have a quarterback. I don't think I'm gonna have the ability to have a good quarterback, but challenge myself.
Quarterback 2, you mean? I mean, you'll get a quarterback at
no, for sure. That's what I mean. A quarterback 2.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, go ahead and send that link out, and we'll get this thing popping. Roxanne, you know what this thing love.
All right, fam. Here it is. Once again, first come, first serve. As a tip, as well. Go on your
Give
computer.
me the tip, bro.
You want the tip?
Just the tip.
Pause. If you want to get one to these mocks, it's probably best to use your computer, a laptop, anything like that, because a phone is gonna be a little bit more difficult to get in, just based off the speed of the response time. I guess you can say. I guess that's what everyone else says. So I'm sending this link out here. 3, 2. There it is.
Someone unsubscribed after I said just the tip. I just thought that was funny. They're like, I thought this was a wholesome stream.
It is wholesome, but
it is a wholesome stream. But we have fun. Macy, hey, thank you so much for the sub, Carter.
I appreciate you.
Macy, stop. When you get into mocks, I need you to stop being right beside me. It's the worst. Okay. Let's go and get this thing popping, guys. We will use these landing spots. This is in the description for the rookies. It's in the description. We'll quickly go over it now, as we're trying to be sold like Viagra and these random pills on this website.
Hey man, some people needed it.
The Colts get CJ Stroud at the first pick. The Texans get Bryce Young. Anthony Richardson goes to the Panthers. Will Levis to the Raiders. Then we have Jordan Addison to the Texans. Quentin Johnston to the Packers. We've got Michael Mayer to the Detroit Lions. Josh Downs to the Seahawks in the first. Los Angeles Chargers get Bijan Robinson, which is so sexy. Jackson Smith and Jigba go to the Ravens. Then we have Jalen Hyatt to the Saints into the first. Crazy that the Saints got a first-round pick. Texans get Luke Musgrave, early second. Then in the second round, we see Cedric to the Falcons, which is a weird spot, man. Zay Flowers goes to the Patriots. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Lions. I hate that spot, but we're going to rock with it. It was fun. Trey Palmer to the Chargers. Rashee Rice to the Lions. A little early for Palmer, in my opinion, but that's just my opinion. Izzy goes to the Cowboys in the second round. And then in the third round, we have Tajay Spears to the Broncos. Hendon Hooker to the Saints. Darnell Washington to the Falcons. Dalton Kincaid to the Packers. Jaden Reed to the Colts. Zach Charbonnet to the Bucks. Tucker Kraft to the Dolphins. Marvin Mims to the Vikings. Jonathan Mingo to the Giants. Boutte to the Cowboys. Kendre Miller to the Bills. Kenny McIntosh to the Bengals. A-Chain to the Seahawks. Hutchinson to the Chiefs. Parker Washington to the Eagles. What a run. Wow. The Commanders get Tanner McKee at the end of the third, and that's all she wrote. So let's go ahead and start this bad boy off. It is a Superflex rookie, Superflex draft, startup draft. Something's weird with your audio.
Garbage truck's coming to pick up stuff. Blazers parking.
Oh, okay. No, it sounded like it changed from your mic, but maybe it didn't. Okay, Superflex startup draft, PPR, non-tight end premium. Let's go ahead and get this thing popping. 60 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, sorry guys. Garbage is on Friday mornings over here, so garbage truck is here at the sack, and Blaze likes to bark at the garbage guys.
Yeah. Pat Mahomes, 101, two-time Super Bowl champ.
One-time Super Bowl champion. One-time Super Bowl champion. Wow.
I'm not ready for the heartbreak if it happens. Josh Allen at the 102. And then we'll see what Downsy does here. Yeah. We will try our best to keep up with the chat. Love the conversations that are happening there. A lot of people having conversations with each other. but we'll do our best to keep up. As you guys know, super chat, we'll answer it straight away. Daniel says Blazy once in the mock.
Yeah, she's here. She's chilling now. Right, Blazy?
So we see Joe Burrow off the board, then Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert, as in Sherbert.
Like Hubert.
I am a Chiefs fan. Yep, lived in Kansas City for about a decade, all my teenage years. Grew up on the East Coast near Washington, D.C. So I was born and raised a Redskins fan, actually. But spent, like I said, most of my teenage years in Kansas City. So those are my teams. I'm on the clock here. I got between Justin. I mean, there's still so many good options here.
Yeah, a couple people here for you, man.
I feel like I could easily go Justin Jefferson here. The issue is in Superflex leagues, it's much more difficult to get elite quarterback production. Okay, let's not overthink it. We're gonna go Justin Fields here.
Did you see that interview with Justin Fields on the Rich Eisen show? He was talking about, how the Bears kind of have to do the due diligence of seeing what offers they can get with Justin Fields, and Rich was kind of saying the Bears would be crazy to move him, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Or his former teammate and C.J. Stroud, at least that's kind of what Rich was alluding to. But he just responded just like everyone else. He was like, "Oh, it's okay,
Yeah.
I can only control what I can control." Blah blah blah.
Sure.
So. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah. Justin Fields is going to stay with the Bears.
I think so as well.
He's going to stay with the Bears. And they're going to get a nice package for that 101, I think. But yeah, in a Superflex format, it's just so hard not to go quarterback when there's a quarterback that you love on the board. If it's just so difficult not to go quarterback.
Yeah.
And just have those two pillars and then figure out the rest. Go CeeDee Lamb off the board. So we got 3 wide receivers off the board in the first round.
Brian
and then
Robinson.
Bijan Robinson. It's not Brian.
Robinson. Brian Robinson. Wow.
Bijan Robinson's off the board. So he, Kevin, I like it. I like the boldness. I like trying something new. I like it. KC, born and raised, nice. Yeah, I wasn't born and raised KC, but I lived there all my teenage years, so.
Wasn't born and raised.
That's awesome. ATJ says, what y'all think Bateman's value is in terms of draft picks? The Lamar situation is scaring me some. It feels like a mid-second right now that you could get the job done.
Yep, I think that feels good. Check out that video that we did. I think the value of their trying to acquire Bateman, you kind of just flip that around and see what, I think you can get Bateman for like I think the video I did say a mid-second.
Yeah, I think a mid-second is possible. I mean, he's still such a young player. We're definitely both buying Bateman. The video was called "We Just Can't Get Enough of These Players That We're Buying." Definitely still buying him. 23 years old, and a very talented player. First-round draft capital. Just has not been able to stay healthy, man.
No.
Give him a full season. Let's see what happens. Kyler Murray's off the board, and D. Macy is prepared to absolutely break my heart because he just every time we draft next to each other, that's his goal. Just wants to break my heart. That is his goal.
Maybe what you should do is have.
But I have great options here regardless. I can go Dak or Bryce.
I'm saying before we send out the link, you don't show the screen, and then you just be moving around so D. Macy can't,
Yeah.
Kind of like what streamers do when they was like, oh, stream sniping. He's basically stream sniping you.
So 202, no hesitation, or see what he has this season, as in selling him. I'll go ahead and take Bryce Young here. I'll pair Bryce with Justin Fields, and now I can build around the rest of my team. I feel good about that. The 202, I feel like that's in the category where I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want to send the 202. I think I want to try and get him cheaper than that. Just based off deals that I've seen, the 202 feels very valuable this year. Much more valuable than it was last year. I want to try and do like the 204 and beyond for Bateman. The 202 is just a little too rich for me.
Breeze.
No, you're fine, Daniel. You're fine. It's all love. It's all jokes. Yep, Brees goes next. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. Shout out to the 100+ people watching the stream. Hope you had a great day, and hope you're able to just unwind now, talk a little Dynasty football, hang out in the chat, talk to each other, talk to us. Do us a favor, go ahead and drop a like if you have yet to do so. If we get 100 of those bad boys, we will pop off a rookie mock draft right after this one. If we hit that 100 like mark with your help, mathematically, it is very possible to get there. So we'll see. There goes AJ Brown as well off the board, and then Jonathan Taylor.
Let me just pull up some stuff here.
Yeah. If someone offered the 202, would you be open to accepting that for him? I think so, yeah. Bateman is a strong hold for me right now and a buy, but the 202 is just very valuable this year. There's a lot of players I like there, so it would be hard for me not to accept that at this point.
Yeah, I would agree. I would definitely would want to send lower, a lower second.
Okay, what are you thinking here?
I'm looking at me options. Looking at me options here.
That's why we mock. That's right. What's up, Noah? Robin says, honestly, y'all, I have Jamar as my Dynasty wide receiver. Assume 1 over JJ. Thoughts? Pick your poison, man. I got Jefferson, but Badake has Chase.
I have Chase. I'm there with Chase as well. So
yeah.
And that's just based off the longevity of Joe Burrow, and at least the expectation of Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. So I kind of like that thought process. I'm gonna go wide receiver here and see what happens.
T. Higgins off the board. Little T. Higgins to start your morning.
Hello,
J. Che. Justin loves it. Little J. Che.
Little J. Che. Come on, baby. Remember when they were saying just Jamar Chase was gonna kick his balls in practice?
No, yeah, I do remember that. You said Jamar Chase, right?
I said Jamar Chase, yeah.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I did say Jamar Chase, and that makes it easier for me.
Yeah, that's one hell of a start there. Blaze is obviously gonna go win now, but to get Higgins and Wilson and Allen.
That's what I want, and that's crazy. That's crazy that at the end, which I think these guys are going to continue to rise. You know, I mean, I think we can see T, Waddle, or Wilson kind of go in the area, in my opinion, as we get closer to the season, because I keep going back to the Brees Hall scenario. Once people understand where Brees is at close to the season, you kind of see Brees fall and somebody else rise, and I think it's either going to be T or Garrett Wilson. So, and it's not by much, just by a couple spots ahead.
Yeah.
So,
we're keeping draft noises on. I mean, do you guys not like them? It's just that little beep when it goes. I like draft noises, but if we can turn them off if a lot of people don't. T or Garrett, I'm not definitely, but I do have Garrett ahead of T, and I'm a huge T Higgins guy. But I do have Garrett ahead of T Higgins.
Yeah, I have them back to back. Actually, I have T ahead right now as my 6 and Garrett as my 7. So,
Knox says he thinks he might trade T for Garrett Wilson. I would be comfortable doing that personally.
Yeah, I'll be okay.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub, Tanner.
Appreciate you, Tanner.
Is Bijan really worth the first running back off the board? He is for us. He's my RB1 as soon as he enters the NFL. He's your RB1, I assume, as soon as he enters the NFL.
Correct. He is, I think.
Yeah.
No matter where he goes
we just don't have any.
No matter,
I think it's just injury that holds him back. The same way I felt about Brees Hall last year. It's like he's the RB1. I believe I actually had him RB3 coming in, and a lot of people were like, "Whoa, you have him inside your top 10." But like with these kind of talents, it's like the only thing that's going to stop them is injury. Their game absolutely translates. Would you trade Lance for 108? I would keep the 108 personally, I would keep Lance, but it's gonna depend on who you ask.
Trade Lance for the 108. Ah, man. Yeah, I would keep Lance as well. I think it's just the that drop at the 108 is just that. I mean, we said this with a couple other people as well. That drop of talent, you know, that tier of talent kind of falls right there. So I kind of either want something higher, which right now feels like you can't get. So I'm keeping Trey. Chris Olave off. Unlucky for you, brother.
You dirty son of a bitch. I wanted to talk about Chris Olave because I'm really loving the conversation around Derek Carr in New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
You can have your opinions on Derek Carr, the quarterback, right? But supporting wide receivers and making them fantasy relevant, he can do that. He absolutely can do that. Look at what he did with even Hunter Renfrow before Devontae Adams came, and then what he did with Devontae Adams and what he's done for Darren Waller before. I love Chris Olave. I think he's a little bit disrespected compared to some of the other rookie wide receivers. I get a chance to draft JSN. I never get to draft him, so I'm going to go ahead and draft JSN here. My wide receiver 1 in the 23 class. I'll go ahead and add him to the team, and yes, I do have JSN ahead of Drake London. It's very close, but just ahead.
Yeah, I'm there with you as well.
Lance might not even start, though. Yeah, he might not. He might not. Be careful.
Be careful. Yes, I would take a mono route over.
Think
Jason
about this, though.
William.
Think about this. So Lance might not even start. What quarterback are you getting at the 108 then, guys? You're getting Will Levis? Do you think Will Levis is a better prospect than Trey Lance? That's where you have to make your decisions. So,
yeah.
I don't. But if you do, then take the 108. That's why I said it's going to be up to the eye of the beholder. But I don't think we should underestimate how serious Brock's injury is, by the way. I'm not going to say it's more serious than Trey's, but on your throwing arm as well, that's a really...
No, it's big.
That's 6 to 8 months.
It's definitely a concern. I mean, with all the reports...
questions about long-term ability.
Yeah. All the reports saying that he should be ready before training camp. So,
yeah.
We got to see, you know.
For sure.
We got to see what that looks like for him.
I have Carr and Olave in my May league, so yes, please. Love that. Yeah, but a quarterback taken first round would be guaranteed to start at some point. Trey Lance was taken with the 3rd overall pick. What are we talking about, man? Am I missing something?
No, I mean, I'm not necessarily sure what he was alluding to there.
Maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I am.
Lance is A-Rich with 2 years experience. Lance got no experience though. I guess
he's got experience in an organization learning a playbook.
That I can give him, but like, I mean, they're probably gonna have the same. I mean, if we think about it, the games that Lance has played, he's gonna be 1 game ahead of these guys that are drafting Reese or Bryce.
But you can't underestimate the value of being in a building like that.
100%.
I think I'm gonna grab Jameer here. Might be a little early, but I'm gonna grab Jameer. Don't love the landing spot, but love the player. Brock Purdy is there. Yeah. Yes, he is. He is there. I mean, if they don't trade him, he could end up being backing up Purdy. Sure, he could. Again, do you like Will Levis better at the one? Again, what I'm trying to say, guys, which is, I don't understand where we're not on the same page. Do you like Will Levis better as a prospect? Because he could be available at the 108. Then take the 108. I do not. And I don't think Anthony Richardson's going to be available at the 108 if he's drafted in the first round. So you guys got to make your own decisions. I think Trey Lance is a better prospect. And we can't say, well, yeah, I'll take Will Levis because he was drafted in the first round. He'll be able to start. Trey Lance was the 3rd overall pick. So pick your poison, man. Pick your poison. You do what you want to do. Jameson Williams gone. Devonta Smith is gone. Travis Etienne's gone. Macy took Jameson Williams right before me, unfortunately. It's so tough to mock right beside Macy. Barkley goes off the board. And Anthony Richardson goes off the board. Where did Richardson go? He went to the Raiders, right? Or he went to the Panthers.
Panthers in this mock draft. Sorry.
He went to the Panthers. Yeah. Zach with the rookie fever. No, I just liked those two players at the ADP, or at the position. Earliest you're taking Hawk.
I think
I'm only
the first mid fifth. I feel that feels comfortable personally.
Mid fifth. I'm only taking Pitts and Andrews early. If I don't get them, I'm not. I know that's probably crazy, but I'm not going tight end until like round 8. Just so many options. So many options. A-Rich off the board. Zach, with your recent trade of Pitts, what would you trade him for in terms of draft capital in a tight end premium league? So I made history yesterday. Me and someone in one of our follower leagues. I traded away Kyle Pitts. It felt disgusting. I feel gross. I feel like a traitor. Right. But I said, you send me an offer that I just can't refuse. And I think I'm going to end up regretting it, but this is the trade that went down. So essentially, I got Chris Olave, the 110, and we swapped the 3rd and 4th round picks. I sent Kyle Pitts away. It just feels gross. I know the value is good. It just feels, I feel dirty. I feel like I've done something wrong.
Man, I think you kind of understand what's coming, man. You know who the true Kyle Pitts is, brother. You know who it is.
This guy loves to just hate players for no reason.
I don't hate Kyle Pitts. I really don't. You just know. You know it. You know it deep down inside.
That he's going to be a superstar in the NFL? Yes, I do.
Okay.
XX James says,
Appreciate
Superflex question. Yeah, thanks for the donation.
He wants to jump in. Instead,
Appreciate that. He says, I have Herbie and Mac. Do I trade Mac and the 108 plus 110 for Kyler or Watson? Or do I go Rich Levis with a depth skill player? I have Herbie and Mac Jones. Do I trade Mac in the 108 plus 110 for Kyler or Watson? Watson, yes.
I would say I'm okay with both. I'm okay with Watson.
I would do for
Kyler.
Watson, yeah. I'd still like Kyler. The value's going to be up and down through this recovery. Yeah, you're definitely not getting a discount. But you're not guaranteed to get a quarterback if they do go top 10 at the 108. And there's only 3 quarterbacks that I really want to draft this year, personally. So, it's tough. I like that trade for you if you have another tight end. Ooh. I like the Olave side. You can always trade for Pitts down the line in a few years when he actually starts producing. That injury to Purdy was the best thing for Lance, as messed up as that is. ATJ says if he would have 100%. Led them to Super Bowl and won, it would have been a wraps for him. But now there will be a competition.
I completely agree. I think that is the best thing for Trey Lance and his way to get back onto the field. I think even if they would have lost that game, Brock Purdy playing that full game and showcasing what he could have done against that defense would have been that would have been the X factor for sure. But unfortunately, that just didn't happen. So
I don't want to be a hater because what Brock has done has been impressive, no doubt. Like what he's done has been impressive. I just like watching the games. There's a lot of decisions where I'm just like, these aren't good decisions, and I just don't think long term. I don't think it's the Tom Brady story. I just think it's a fun story. It's the Jeremy Lin of the NBA. It was a Lin sanity era. Good player, but no, I don't think that he's a long-term answer.
He's the next legend, brother. I don't know what you're talking about.
And especially with the draft capital, it's very rare scenarios in which that ends up working out. And personally, and this is obviously from my bias as being someone who loved Trey Lance last year, I'm watching Brock Purdy, and I'm thinking to myself, Trey Lance could have easily done this. So I guess it's two sides of the coin. But hey, let's see what happens with that whole situation. The injury definitely sucks for Purdy, but he definitely did the absolute most with what he was given, no doubt. Daniel Jones at the 5-2. See, now that is annoying because Daniel Jones shouldn't be available that late. Like, that makes me want to go back and redo my draft because, Daniel Jones has got to go earlier than the 5-2. He's like a 4th round pick.
Yeah, man. I kind of wanted to stretch, and I knew that this was going to happen, that these quarterbacks was going to go off the board. So I was like, I need to get my guy now.
I mean, you already got him at a great value. There's no reason to wait.
Yeah, exactly. Jerry, man, appreciate you.
Thanks so much for the super chat. He says Dynasty startup tight end premium full point. So it's actually 2 points per reception for a tight end. Is that right?
I'm assuming.
If Pitts is gone before the 212/3-1 turn, would be a good strategy to draft Andrews and Hawks? Look, to be honest, in a dynasty startup with a full point premium,
you
like
expect
2 points per reception, I think you could see. I don't see how Pitts and Andrews aren't first round picks.
Yeah.
So if they're available at the 212 and 3-1 turn, then that's the easiest pick of my life.
I think it would be the other turn personally. I think it would be 112 2-1 turn. That they will
here.
They will be there.
112 201, yeah.
112 to 201. I think that's kind of like that sweet spot for some of those guys, unless somebody out there is really going to be, like Zach said, takes him in the first, maybe kind of at the 1-9, 110. But it just all depends on that player.
Yeah. Let us know if we weren't able to clarify anything, because maybe we're not understanding the question. But
if it's 1 point, if it's like just
a
1
full point, like 2 points per reception.
Yeah, that's what I'm assuming. So
yeah,
and just Bird manages to see he could fall. Yeah, for sure.
All right, Christian Watson's still on the board. I don't know if Babake's here, but I know he's probably going to be commenting about that soon.
He already did. He was like, I don't understand how Pitts goes over Watson. Watson matches his career top 10 finishes in half a season.
Okay, so I have Watson, I have Burks available to me. I'll take the hate if I need to, but I'm still going with my guy Treylon Burks. I'm still going with Burks long term. If Burks was off the board, I would have gone Watson. I do have Watson over Pickens, so that was a tough call for me, but just had too many options to. I couldn't make a wrong move there, in my opinion.
No, it's okay.
Andrews burn manager this year, he could fall. That's true. I just think in a full, because most tight end premiums are half point, not a full point. So he says, thanks guys. Yeah, it's 1.75 per reception. Dude, honestly, I don't see how Andrews and Pitts get past the 205 mark.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, all those guys needs to go top. I mean, I think even TJ Hawkinson is in that conversation personally, especially that second half of that season he had over there. So
the only thing that worries me about Hawkinson, because I remember we talked about this in season when he was traded to the Vikings. I was like, I love this.
I didn't see it happening, and then he just went off.
I was a fan. So I was like, I love this spot. My concern is, I feel like the Vikings have a very high chance to draft a wide receiver.
Right.
In the second or end of the first round this year.
Do they look at what TJ Hawkinson did only with half a season on their team and say, you know what? Let's build somewhere else, right? I mean, Adam Thielen probably still has maybe another year or two at most, but maybe they get a more like a third round guy, a fourth round guy instead of going in the second round.
Maybe it just depends on who's there, right? But
yeah.
Oh, dang. Like, if Addison falls there, I don't see how they don't draft him. If Quentin or Jason somehow were to fall there, I don't see how they don't draft him. And then you know, again, some people don't like that we even suggest that these players could go in the first round, but it's the wide receiver position has never ever been more valuable than it is today. But if guys like Zay Flowers are, I don't know, Zay Flowers, Boutte, I'm not saying they will go in the first. I'm saying wide receiver position's never been more valuable. Teams, I think, will consider it. I'm on the board here.
What are you thinking? Jahan Dotson.
I don't really like what I'm looking at. Hey, thank you so much for the sub, Swimmer, dude.
Swimmer.
Okay, is Deebo Samuel gone? Yes. Is Brandon Ayuk gone?
No.
Nope. Ayuk is there. That might be my pick.
Ayuk.
Pickens is gone. Okay, I'm probably going to end up going that way. What about Jacobs is gone, obviously.
Yep, he is.
All right. I think it's going to be Brandon Ayuk here. Let's grab Ayuk at the 6'5".
Let's see where this guy went.
Brandon Ayuk is not getting enough respect, I don't think, for the year that he had. Jared Goff goes off the board at the 6'6". See, it just feels so much better to do Daniel Jones or Kenny Pickett at the 5th, in the 5th than Jared Goff in the 6th. Not that I don't like Jared Goff, but
no, for sure. There is one other guy that's still available that's like technically he falls to me here. But I'll talk about him when he's there because that's who I was contemplating in between, but I knew that I had a feeling that he would be available on the comeback at the 6-11, but I didn't want to take that chance, but it's all good.
yeah.
We're here now.
Hey guys, we're seeing a lot of questions in the chat. We're going to try our best to keep up. Please keep in mind that if you do want something answered straight away, just drop a super chat, any donation. Otherwise, we're going to try and keep up. We just physically can't keep up with every single question, if we're honest, which is really cool that you guys are wanting to interact with us so much. DJ Moore off the board. There was a couple other names I was considering.
Yeah, I have one that I might take here. I think I am going to take. I think he will fall to me. So let's see. And I like the landing. I like the area.
Yeah.
6-11 here.
Badake says one quarterback. Someone's trying to get Burrow off me for Lamar and Sutton. Like, I don't know. I know it's only one quarterback, but no disrespect to Sutton. I just don't think he moves needles for me anymore. So
Right.
I'm probably still keeping Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, Calvin Ridley. All right, I mean, this is a guy that I like. I like the landing spot from if I'm reading this
I know who
right.
this is. I know who this is.
He went in the 3rd round.
Oh,
He's
I
a
don't
rookie.
know who this is.
He went to the Dallas Cowboys. Booty.
Okay, fair. I had someone in mind that I thought, because you like this player a lot more than me, and you got first round capital.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm not looking in that area right now, but I probably wouldn't go that way if I'm thinking the person that you're thinking.
just a lot of secrecy here.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin goes off the board. Still a good young player. Unknown situation though.
Godwin, Russell Wilson. That's
Russell Wilson is
about.
that's a great pick at the 7-1.
I mean, he was available to me at the 6-11, so I could have had any Michael Pittman, Burks, Pickens, Watson, Judy, and then Russell Wilson, who I think will have a better year this year, especially with Sean Payton coming in. So I'm really happy there. You know, I'm gonna go for my first running back as well now. I'm gonna go bombing like I'm Dobbins.
Bobbing like I'm Dobbins. Bobbing like I'm Dobbins.
Cause I'm bobbing. You know, let me tell you this.
Okay.
You can really have a decent draft either at the top of the board or at the end of the board.
Well,
Right.
here's the thing though. We felt really good about a lot of players last year, and people's drafts did not look good now.
Yeah,
So,
100%.
it feels that way right now.
I guess it feels better in the second half of the board having the ability to start off with 2 quarterbacks in a super flex compared to what it was last year. It was like, dang, I gotta get quarterback and then go wide receiver, running back, or tight end, however you want it to go, which was fine. But ooh, excuse me. Yeah.
Damn, son.
Yeah, that shit just came out of nowhere.
I sucked up a straw or some shit.
Yeah, it was terrible. You're almost on the clock here. I mean, Gino goes, Terry, Kittle, Deontay. Let's see what
I got a couple names in mind. There's a name again. I might draft a name that I expected you to. You love this player. I'm shocked that you didn't draft him.
And he went in the first.
He went in the first.
Okay, maybe I'm not looking correctly.
But maybe he goes before I even get the shot to draft him anyway.
Okay, I think I might. Okay, I see 1. I see 2. I think I might know who you're talking about. I think I didn't want to go that way based off of. We'll see. We'll see if.
Okay. Am I missing something? Josh Downs is a first-round wide receiver to the Seahawks.
So I do like the landing spot.
You like Josh Downs more than me.
I definitely didn't see
first-round draft capital. I'm more asking everyone, like, why is he still on the board?
I like Josh Downs.
I thought people liked Josh Downs.
I like him. I just didn't see it. I just saw Kayshawn Booty first.
Yeah, fair. I was hoping Zay would fall off. Would you say that in hindsight, you would take Downs if he gets first round over Booty?
If he does, yeah. Yes, I would take Downs over Kayshawn for sure. Especially in this scenario. I like the landing spot, and you kind of see. I kind of allude to this idea, but with a different player, actually to this team in the video that we have coming out. So don't really want to go too much in depth about the thought process, but yes, I would definitely take Josh Downs over Kayshawn with the draft capital.
All right, Downs is gone. Zay Flowers is gone. I was hoping I might be able to grab Zay on the way back, but if you're drafting next to Macy, you need to learn your lesson, and that's what happens to me here.
You need to learn. Macy,
you need to learn your damn lesson. Eat your vegetables. Ramondre Stevenson off the board at the 7-10. What's up? People don't like Ramondre Stevenson anymore?
What's going on?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So he's RB 17 off the board. Hey, thank you for the donation, Scary.
Thank you, Scary.
He's RB 17 off the board, but according to the community, people have him ranked as an RB 12.
He's my RB 17, so that falls perfectly there for me.
Okay, yeah, he's my RB 18.
JK, I'm pretty high on JK coming back, so I feel like I got a steal there. But
yeah, we've talked about it before. I'm not so certain that they don't draft the running back. That's what scares me. No, I'll have more security in him
after
if they don't. Yeah, after the offseason. I'll be wheels up if they don't.
Wheels up, boys. Autobots, roll out.
Autobots, roll out. Hey guys, thanks so much for the love today. Appreciate the likes and the subs and the donations. We are 15 likes away from popping off another mock draft for you. Our like goal is 100. So if we get to 100 likes, we'll do a rookie draft for you guys here today. So if you want to see that happen, drop a like, help us get to that 100 like mark, and we'll make sure and do that for you. Scary says, break down mine and Balzac's trade in Delta League. Okay, we can look at that.
Yeah, pull it up here.
As Juju goes off the board, I'm going to have to make sure I make my pick, but we'll definitely look at that. Oh, yes. I remember this trade. Yes, I remember this trade. It's so frustrating how desktop looks awful compared to...
It looks terrible.
...to your phone. Dang it, Zach Charbonnet goes off the board.
Let me see. I need to look it up on my phone because this just looks so bad here.
I was going to go Charbonnet. Damn, son.
Damn, son. Where'd you find that?
Damn, son. Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm just gonna try and pull it up on my phone so I can tell people where these picks are. I don't understand why sleeper, like why can't it look the same? I don't get it. All right, running backs available to me. Quite a few running backs still available. Man, the quarterback position looks gross here.
Okay.
Maybe this is where I go tight end.
No, you're not gonna go tight end.
I think I am, and I'm gonna grab Michael Mayer.
Shit, man.
Welcome to the squad, King. I have a lot of rookies on this team. Oh my gosh, I have a lot of rookies. I didn't even realize.
I really wanted Michael Mayer there, man.
I have 5 rookies. Wow. Well, we're a young team.
We're a young team.
Okay, let's show this trade. Again, I just wish, you know what I can do? Why don't I put this in Discord? Actually, I can't show the Discord because I'm showing you. Where could I put this? On our drive maybe?
Yeah, screenshot it, open it up on the drive potentially. That could
let's
work.
do that. Let's do that.
That would definitely work. So.
Or, yeah, no. Yeah, it's gonna have to be the drive.
No, a drive can work, I think.
Dustin says, I told you Zach, he got rookie fever. But I don't feel like I overdrafted anyone. I don't know. I could see, like, I don't know. Maybe I did.
That is one.
It's hard not to take those guys when I saw them. I'm like, oh, wow, you're available? But you know what? You could be right. You could be right. Okay, so we're doing the absolute most here to get Scary's trade up here.
Yeah, I mean.
Why don't you guys tell us what you think? Here's the trade.
Scary hour.
And the key piece that I'm currently blocking is Jalen Waddle. So Jalen Waddle and T. Higgins. The other side gets Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, the 106, the 109, the 201, the 202. What I told Balzac, because he DM'd me about it. I said, if you get JSN at the 106, then you've won this trade. The difficult thing is I just feel like it's a buy low on Ridley and Moore. Which I've been a huge buy low on Ridley all year, including even last year.
Right.
But it's definitely not an underpay. I'm curious really where these picks are going to end up being as far as like what players you will actually get from them, because I think where those players end up, like who those players end up being, is actually going to help us decide. Yeah. But I would say it's a pretty even deal. It's a little bit of an overpay for Higgins and Waddle, but you will have to overpay for those players, I think. I would say it's an even deal. If I had Higgins and Waddle, I wouldn't want to move them unless it was a package like this. But at the same time, I think because it's wide receivers that I want to buy low right now, mainly Calvin Ridley, I think I'm okay to take that package.
I think
and then,
that's what it is. You know,
yeah,
I think it is,
so
that's what takes you over to the next level is Calvin Ridley.
The 109 is the only pick that I'm not loving because I feel like it's in a tier where I'm confused on what to do. But I love the 201 and the 202 this year. I think the early second is very, very good. It's close.
I'm okay
you will have
with,
to overpay for Higgins and Waddle, but I actually love it because I'm getting Calvin Ridley in this deal.
I'm okay. I think I'm
And
still
DJ
going
Moore.
T. Higgins Waddle just based off of because you're still leaning on so much on Calvin and DJ. You expect them to kind of take the next step, which I believe in. You know, I believe in the next step. I believe in their quarterback play and what's going to happen. But you know, you're so secure. It just feels so secure with Waddle and T there, and then getting those second round picks. You're going to have a lot of depth, but when is that depth? Those depth guys going to take off, and that could be Xavier Hutchinson, who we love. That can be Michael Mayer at the 201. You know, who we love as well. So the depth there is going to be phenomenal, I think. But then you get depth guys for DJ Moore who could fall out, and then Calvin Ridley, who,
Yeah.
I think if you take DJ Moore out, I think this feels a little bit more even, in my opinion.
If you take DJ Moore out, okay.
Yeah.
But then you're probably not getting the deal done because you have to overpay.
Right. So
I'm taking the top side.
Yeah, I
to
think
be
there's
honest,
both-
if
I think
I'm
there's both
100%
sides there.
honest, I'm taking the top side, and I think that's because of how much I believe in Calvin Ridley, and I'm obsessed with him coming into this offense, and I think we, as a whole,
for sure.
in the NFL community, are massively undervaluing what he is going to be able to do. So, yeah, he was off for a year, but people think he was sitting on his couch the entire year. Like,
You don't know. Nah, jokes.
and then as far as DJ Moore, you literally could not find someone on YouTube who was a bigger sell all last offseason than DJ Moore, and we took a lot of heat for that. But I think this is an example of where I'm like, hey, I want to start buying DJ Moore a little bit on the low. But
Trade offer.
I almost feel like if the 106 was taken out, it feels more even to me.
Right. I'm okay. I feel really comfortable with the 1.9 though. I feel real comfortable with the 1.9. I feel comfortable with the 201. I think if I can have depth in the other way, because now you get with the
I
106.
need to make a pick here. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it. Make your pick and then I'll continue.
I'll grab Miles
if you want to talk
Sanders.
about it. Yeah, nice.
Go ahead.
So my thought process, the way I'm seeing it, is like, let's just put name with these picks. 106 could be Gibbs.
Thank you so much for the sub, Thomas.
Appreciate you, Gibbs or JSN, right? I mean, that's who's been falling in that area at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got the 109, which is Jackson Smith and Jordan Addison, Will Levis,
Quentin maybe. Will Levis.
Quentin.
AR maybe.
right? AR, all those
Charbonnet
guys.
maybe.
And then you have the 201 where you can get Michael Mayer,
Zay Flowers,
or Zay
Michael
Flower.
Mayer, Evans, Tucker.
Like, that feels nice. It sounds nice when you think about it, but like, what happens if those guys don't get the landing spot? I think that's what's so hard to trade now, not understanding, and
Sure.
I think that's why I feel
But
more comfortable having
the-
T. That's
The
that's
part
the
where
risk,
we
though.
see it differently, though, is because of my confidence in Calvin Ridley and DJ Moore. I think you're minimizing risk by already getting players that I believe can finish top 15, top 20 at their position. You're not getting the superstar ceiling, probably. For Ridley, I actually think he can be top 12. I'm not saying he will. I think he can. He has that ceiling. And you could put DJ Moore in there, too, if the right quarterback comes along.
Right.
I don't know. I just think you're minimizing your risk.
Right.
But-
and I think that's the biggest thing for me, and the other side of that coin is like, okay, DJ Moore, kind of like you said, if he gets the right quarterback. Calvin Ridley, I expect him to have a good year, and I expect this team to extend him if they extend him.
Yeah.
So I think that's where
And that's another conversation point as well. Wide receivers have never been more valuable. I know I talk about this all the time, but they've never been more valuable to the NFL. Go look at the let's do it. Let's do it right now, just for fun. We made a video about this 2023 NFL free agent agency. Let's look at these wide receivers that are available right now, guys. If you think Calvin Ridley's not getting a long-term deal somewhere, it's only because he took up betting again or something. I mean, this is bare.
It's pretty bad.
Naked. The best receiver, probably Juju Smith. Maybe OBJ.
Mm-hmm.
These are a bunch of wide receiver 3s and 4s available. Maybe Shark.
Honestly, like 4 names that you can actually mention.
Why? And again, just highlighting,
barely
why
see it or
is
something.
it so bare? Again, the wide receiver position has never been more valuable. People are not letting wide receivers go to free agency.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I just don't see Calvin Ridley being a free agent.
It's going to be interesting, especially 2024. I mean, there's going to be guys that are going to go into free agency, but not necessarily, like, are the teams going to be able to pay him? Kind of like the T. Higgins and the Bengals scenario. I mean, the expectation, I think CeeDee Lamb goes into free agency as well. You expect them to re-sign. I'm going
to grab Jordan Love here.
Nice.
My QB3. Maybe too early. I don't care. Put the boy on the map. Sorry, you were saying?
I forgot.
Anyway, I think this is an even deal. I think it's an even deal. I would find it difficult to even consider moving Waddle and Higgins, but I would need a package like that to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. I think it's a crazy trade, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah.
And
You're
I
not
think,
getting JSN at the 106. That's fine. I can get Jahmyr Gibbs at the 106. I'm okay with that.
yeah, and it all depends on the other person. Who was the other person there? Zach's team, and we have that context actually, so we could probably look into it even more. But like, okay, let's just say he does. I don't know if we really want to do that, but just
Well, you can't suggest it and then we don't do it.
let me pull it up on my phone here. Give me a sec.
So he's got Pat Mahomes, CMC, Alvin Kamara, Ingram, Mixon. He's got Cousins and Bridgewater. Then on the bench, he's got Rashad White, Deonta Foreman, Hopkins, OBJ, Cooks, Cooper. This is definitely a win now team. Ridley, Moore, Waller. I mean, there's a lot of pieces there that you can play around with. And he gets to infuse his team with youth. I mean, at the 106, sure. Take JSN if he's there. If he's not, take Anthony Richardson. Try and build up that quarterback spot. Take a shot on the upside there. Because you've already got most of your spots covered. You can take a shot on Anthony Richardson there. The 109, 201, 202. Yeah, grab some running backs. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, with the context, it looks different. Because, like, okay, I can see maybe you sell T, you sell Waddle, you get some depth pieces. You probably go for your wide receiver, your quarterback, and Richardson or Will. If you believe in them, you believe in that landing spot, you believe in those guys.
Yeah.
And you get, your young quarterback you grow with. You get some young pieces that you grow with. So that makes sense in that side of the trade.
And then we have Scary's team here. Quality over quantity. You literally will not hear someone say that more than me on YouTube. You won't. You won't hear anyone else say that more than me. But the difference in this trade is I see quality for quality. But that's just my opinion. Watson, we don't know RB2. Pollard, Metcalf, Waddle, Goddard, Higgins, Hollywood, Trey Lance here for Scary Hours team. I think he has a lot of first round picks as well, if I'm not mistaken. And he still has. Okay, so he doesn't have many in 23. See, this is the problem though with Scary's team. We are kind of rocking with what we got here. We don't have a pick in 23 now after moving all of those assets until late third, early fourth.
And that's okay based off the team that he has. I mean,
I don't know if it's okay.
Sorry,
it's a good team,
I was
but
making my pick. But I remember last time I saw like DK. Okay, I see DK, Jalen Waddle, Dallas Goedert, T. Higgins, Hollywood, Trey, Watson. That feels okay. What's on the bench? Can you scroll down? Sorry,
the bench is rough. The bench is rough. It's there's not really a single player that you could say is start worthy. Maybe DPJ.
Right. Okay.
Maybe Herbert. We've talked about Herbert before. McKinnon, if he resigns. All I'm saying is, you don't have much room for error now. You don't have much room for error. One or two injuries, and you're struggling to get wins, and you can't infuse your team with youth. Yeah, I don't know. That's tough.
It is tough.
Not much room for error there or injury. Kevin says, guys, we're drafting here. Yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's a good context. I mean, you kind of get a sneak peek in these team breakdowns.
David says, as a Gators fan, it's so weird seeing the hype on Richardson. He was so awful and made your eyes bleed. Yeah, I mean, I respect the opinion. I saw a lot of things I really enjoyed about his film. And from a fantasy perspective, I mean, this guy can rush 1,000 yards in a season as a rookie if he starts day one. Can. Not saying he will. Can. How many likes are we away? We're 6 likes away. If we get to 100 likes, we will do a rookie draft for you guys. So if you want to see a rookie draft, go ahead and drop a like. Get us to that 6 like mark. Texas and Oklahoma to join the SEC in 2024.
Here we go. See you at the top.
Sheesh, dude.
Let me ask the community a question here. I just got a really interesting trade offer. I have Justin Herbert, and I have Justin Herbert in the 105. So, but I received the 101, the 102, and the 110. Is that
Sorry,
enough?
dude. It's really hard to picture it without seeing it.
Just put it in a calculator or something so you can kind of see it.
I
Write
have
it
no idea
down.
what I'm gonna do here, honestly. I'll grab.
Everyone's saying no, because I'm thinking that as well. I feel like I want a higher third pick instead of the 110 if I were to send that. But I don't want to send the 105.
It's probably crazy, but I feel like taking Matthew Stafford here could actually end up with more trade value than some of the running backs that were on the board.
Yeah, my thing is I don't want to send that 105 and Justin Herbert.
Okay, what was the trade? Sorry.
Justin Herbert, the 105, I send, and I received the 101, 102, and
Wait.
110.
Let's take this slow. Take it slow.
Take
Justin
it slow.
Herbert, quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah, Justin Herbert.
Okay, and the fifth pick in the first round of the 2023 rookie
Which I don't like to send, but that's the original offer. Just wanted to put it out there.
For
the 101, 102, 110.
101, the 102, and the 110. You're doing this deal with bricks.
Potentially. And that's what I want to hear. I want to hear what people think. I tell you this, I don't want to put the 105. So I would, if I were to counter this, I would take that out. I would take the, am I on the clock? Okay, no. I would take that out. But he doesn't have anyone else that I'm interested in. Hold on. He's not gonna, you know how Bricks is, he's not gonna be taking that.
Yeah.
Do I take the 110 out and get ask for Drizzy Drake?
Just trade me Justin Herbert if you're gonna trade him away.
Oh, you got the 101, you got the 102?
Yeah, dude. I mean, what do you want me to say? It's
No, I'm not.
You shouldn't do it. I don't know.
I know. I'm not going to do it, but I just wanted to hear what everyone else thought. Since we're talking about trades, everyone's saying no, don't do it, don't do it. I wouldn't. I personally.
Although your
wouldn't do
team
it.
is dog shit in that league, if I'm not mistaken, so you could afford to.
I made the playoffs without any running backs in 2 years in a row. So actually, not 2 years in a row.
You didn't make the playoffs this year.
I didn't make the playoffs this year, but the year before, guys, this is like our home league. I had Cam Akers and Josh Jacobs, and that was like when Cam and obviously JJ came in. They both one tore the ACL, the other one tore the Achilles. I had no running backs. I was starting Ty Johnson and like some randoms because I had nobody. So it's just a GG's now, man. I got a Monrad dog. I got CD. I got Herbie.
Yeah.
I got some picks, and I might get JSN at the 105. So see what the time. Unless I probably should go for Gibbs, honestly, because I need a running back.
Yeah. Where did Marvin Mims go? To the Vikings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll grab him here. For the lulz. For the lulz?
For the lows.
Alright, it looks like we did get 100 likes, so we got to that like mark goal. Appreciate that, guys. So we will do a little rookie mock for you. Honestly, all I can think about is trying to get that shop together. That merch shop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're really excited.
Yeah, of
That's
course
good.
I'm excited. I want to buy some of it. So I want to finalize it.
That's good. It was just so random. Like, I just randomly found it, and like, I was like, "Hey, bro, like, look at this." And you were like, "Oh shit!" And you set it up already. I was like, "Wow."
I set it up that day.
Yeah. You kind of just went straight for it. All right.
Do. Ronald, thank you so much for the super chat, my guy.
Appreciate you.
He says traded 107 and 2-1 for Kyler. Yeah, I would trade that for Kyler. Yeah, I think you did well there. I'm assuming you would also trade that for Kyler, even though you have this strange, undying hate for him.
I like Kyler Murray as a player. I hate watching him play because of the way
There's
he
the
runs.
super chat, Nody.
Just make
People know. People know. It's my ick. That's how somebody put it so well. The way Kyler Murray runs is just an ick to me. It's just like what he's doing is phenomenal. But the way he's doing it is annoying. It feels like I don't know. That's me. That's me, guys. Thank you.
So yeah, I think I would go Kyler for sure.
Need a tight end here.
Tight ends going off the board, going hot and heavy. Get your tight ends in.
Hot and heavy.
Get your tight ends in, y'all. Get your tight ends in. Get your tight end tat. Get your tatas out. Sorry, something's wrong with me. It's a Friday for us here.
Yeah,
everything is off limits.
Yeah, I'm excited to spend time with family. Right, babe?
Yeah, I need to catch up on The Last of Us.
I still haven't watched it. So.
I need to watch that last episode.
Okonkwo. Dalton Kincaid went, man. That was a good pick too. Okay.
So would 108 and 110 be enough for Kyler straight up? Yeah, I think it should be. But that's going to depend on the owner, what the owner is asking for. Appreciate that, guys. Figured he was a good buy low right now, so I went for it. I like it, Ronald.
Yeah,
I think it
good.
makes a lot of sense. I like it.
And then.
Okay.
Should we just jump into the next one?
I think what we're gonna do. No, because I actually want to make sure I get my next pick in.
Okay.
This team is important to me. I'm not gonna leave these guys behind. I'm not gonna leave my fellow brethren behind. Okay. Tell me, what do you mean? Damn. Trey McBride. The disrespect of Trey McBride.
Trigger Trey.
You can't be letting Trey McBride go that late. Okay, what? Is there any rookie here that I want to add? Not really. Maybe Tajay for fun. Actually, let's grab Jamal Williams. He had an interesting interview recently.
Did he? I didn't see it.
I wonder if I can find that interview where he kind of hinted at coming back, which would be worst case scenario for all the Swift owners out there.
It's very, very interesting.
Yeah, he was on first take. I can't show the clip because it'll get demonetized, but he was on first take and he was talking about how he's like, we're taking the North next year. Like it's gonna be us, Alliance. He's saying it very much as if he's gonna be back.
Like he's gonna stay, right? Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and if that's the case, that could be still the draft there in the 13th round.
Yeah.
Where would you draft him if he signs a 2-year deal with Detroit? I mean, you'd have to take him earlier than this.
No, for sure. I mean, I'm taking him, what, 9th round maybe? I guess if you look at the 9th round and see these people that went, you look at the Cam Makers,
9th,
Rashad White, Miles Sanders. Obviously, we don't know the landscape of where those guys are going to be and what's going to happen there, but that feels comfortable. I mean, yeah.
Yeah. All right, last round here.
Why
don't we go ahead? I sent you the link to join, Badake. Why don't you go ahead and send that out? We're sending out the link. Hey, if you are drafting with us right now in the startup draft, do not join or you will be publicly shamed. So we have your names here. We can see you. We want to get a whole new group of people in here for this rookie mock. So why don't you go ahead and send that out in the Discord, Badake, and we will start this rookie mock draft up. as
All right.
I'm making my last pick.
All right, you make that last pick, and I'm sending it out here in 3, 2, 1.
And my last pick is going to be Alexander Madison. He's a free agent. You never know. You never know.
You never know. Back in 82, brother. It's been a minute. Congrats on 5K. You guys work hard for us and deserve all the success. We appreciate you.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
It's been a minute. How you doing?
Has been a minute. Brandon Cooks off the board. Ryan Tannehill, Leonard Fournette. And we are getting close to the end of this one here. Steven says he tells his teammates, finish your food because if you don't, I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jamal is a different breed. He's a different breed.
Don't mistake these tears. There's dogs out here.
He's moving a little diffy. He's moving a little diffy.
100%.
All right. Let's go ahead and start this.
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Keep in mind, guys, we're going to use the same landing spots from... we're using the same landing spots from before. But just to recap, so we can get kind of fresh on the mind. We had C.J. Stroud going to the Colts at 1. Bryce Young to the Texans at 2. We had Richardson to the Panthers at 4. Levis to the Raiders at 7. Then we had Jordan Addison to the Texans. Quentin Johnson to the Packers. Then we had Michael Mayer to the Lions. Josh Downs to the Seahawks. Bijan Robinson to the Chargers in the first. JSN to the Ravens in the first. Jalen Hyatt to the Saints in the first. In the second round, we had Luke Musgrave to the Texans. Then we had Tillman to the Falcons, which I don't understand. Zay Flowers to the Patriots. Jahmyr Gibbs to the Lions, which I don't understand, nor do I love. Trey Palmer to the Chargers. I think that's too early for Trey, but I could be misreading how the NFL views him. Rashee Rice to the Lions. Israel Abanikanda to the Cowboys. We like that in the second round. A.T. Perry to the Panthers, so he can play wide receiver 3 behind Terrace Marshall.
Yep.
Oh, that's so disrespectful from us. Tajay Spears to the Broncos. Hendon Hooker to the Saints. Then we get Darnell Washington to the Falcons. Dalton Kincaid to the Packers. Jaden Reed to the Colts. Zach Charbonnet to the Bucks. Tucker Kraft to the Dolphins. Marvin Mims to the Vikings. Jonathan Mingo to the Giants. The Cowboys get Kayshon Boutte. Kendre Miller goes to the Bills. Kenny McIntosh goes to the Bengals. The Seahawks get Devin A-Chain. Xavier Hutchinson goes to the Chiefs. Parker Washington to the Eagles. Tanner McKee to the Commanders. And that's all she wrote. So those are the landing spots that we're using. But let's go ahead and start this off. 60 seconds on the clock.
Here we go.
And let's see how she goes. Did anyone get in that's from the last time?
Nah. So we appreciate all you guys.
Love it. I love the integrity.
I want to press the link. It's my first time. Oh, man. Oh, Jay, it's all right, brother. Now you know for next time. So many people have learned that. CJ.
CJ off the board at the 101. Very interesting. Bijan Robinson at the 1-2. And he lands with the Chargers. I mean, we're obsessed with that spot. But to each his own. I wanted to take the 106 because we just talked about this trade. Okay, and I am going to operate as if I'm my Balzac Ertz. We talked about his team. We talked about the picks that he got. So I'm going to operate at the 106 as if I was him. And let's see what I can get my hands on here.
See what you can do. Hack It Up is explaining. He put in the sleeper chat saying, okay, let me explain. And he's still typing, it looks like.
There goes JSN off the board at the 1-4.
It's all getting jumbled up here, ladies and gentlemen. Your love language.
Let's see what JR does here at the 105.
You sing it, Scissor.
Yeah, do your thing, girl. Do your thing, do your thing.
JR 434923536 on the clock.
Is that LJR 924?
LJR 9424, yeah, something like that. I mean, I got it. I'm in scheming, looting, hide your body. All right, let's see what he does.
Had your kids, had your wife.
I ain't grab my shoes or nothing, Jesus. I don't know why. I can't. Could
All
be
right, what are we doing here? Could be an
Could
auto. I mean, it looks like he's active. Okay, Gibbs goes off the board.
That's
I
fine.
talked about this. Again, if I was his team, I probably would go Anthony Richardson here at the 106 because he had Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback 1. His quarterback 2, I believe, was Kirk Cousins, and he was pretty set in most other areas. And I'm going Anthony Richardson here if he falls to the Panthers. They have their future at left tackle already. New head coach who has a history of helping quarterbacks as a quarterback coach.
Yeah.
And if he starts day 1, which I'm assuming he will if he goes to Carolina, the rushing upside alone, we could see an exciting year 1. Now, there's a lot of growth to do as a passer, but he has good pocket presence. But the accuracy is not there. That's the huge thing. Accuracy and the touch is not there, but everything else is very intriguing. Let's take a shot on Anthony Richardson here at the 106 because we don't need the 106 with his team to actually compete. That's the crazy part. And let's remind people what my ball Zach Ertz. Let's remind people what his team actually is. So he's got Pat Mahomes, CMC, Kamara, Joe Mixon, Evan Ingram, and he's got Kirk Cousins, I would assume, as a super flex. We've got Deonta Foreman, Rashad White, D-Hop, OBJ, Brandon Cooks, Amari Cooper, Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore. We have more than enough to suit our needs. And now I'm at the 109. I'm just saying, if I was him, I'm drafting Quentin Johnston here. My wide receiver 2 in the class. Now, obviously, B-Dag is going to do what he's going to do. Thanks for the donation. But again, just from the perspective, if I was...
Appreciate you, man. That's awesome.
my ball Zach Ertz in that trade scenario, now I get to take Quentin Johnston, my wide receiver 2 in the class, and I'm feeling really good about it. Yeah. So I get Quentin Johnston. Well, Boutte goes before Johnston. Fair enough. To each his own.
I was hoping that he was take Quentin so I can go a different route. But... Okay.
Yeah, I mean, how do you not take Quentin here? You have to.
Yeah, I mean, you have to take him, and he's my wide receiver. I was gonna go a different route, and when that player gets picked, that's where I would have gone. And I kind of, explain why I would have went there, but that's okay. But okay.
Joe, thanks so much for the super chat, man. There wasn't any comment there, but if it was just like, hey, thanks for what you're doing, appreciate that. If you had a question, just comment down below and let us know so we can try and answer it. But there goes Josh Downs at the 111. Keep in mind, he went to the Seahawks in the first round with this landing spot. And now Barely Cracked is on the board. And then I'm going to see, again, we have the 201 and the 202 as well. So what can we do with the 201 and the 202? Remember, we have Evan Ingram with this team that we're drafting for. We have Evan Ingram, and we have Darren Waller, so we don't need to go tight end, but we certainly could.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my goodness. I'm loving this trade.
Jay, new subscribe in your Discord. We go live 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday. Or 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday, brother. Yeah.
So in this scenario, again, if I was this team and I had this trade, now I'm at the 201 and the 202. Let's just grab Michael Mayer, get a young tight end, keep infusing some youth, and let's grab Zach Charbonnet. We just got an absolute haul. So this is how it would have played out, right? Calvin Ridley, DJ Moore, Anthony Richardson, Quentin Johnston, Michael Mayer, and Zach Charbonnet. Obviously, not every draft is going to go that way, but I feel good about that possibility. That feels great. Mayer's off the board, and there's Charbonnet.
Yeah. I mean, if Quentin wasn't there, I was going to take Michael Mayer at the 110 because I think I've been this world saying that Michael Mayer could go there and it can be really comfortable. Obviously, in this scenario, Josh Downs does go to a good landing spot, and I think I would take Michael Mayer over at least the running backs in this scenario where Zach Evans went, if I'm not mistaken. I like Zach Charbonnet's landing spot, so maybe that's a little bit more of a harder conversation and a harder go, but I think we're going to see a lot of mocks or a lot of drafts where Mayers goes in the first at the end of the first, whether that's 110 to the 112. But I mean, yeah, I mean for Zach's team, like the follower league, it would have been good. You know, Richardson, Quinton,
Yeah.
Mayer, and Zach Charbonnet, and you give away T. Higgins and Jalen Waddle.
Yeah, tough to lose them, but knowing that something like this is a possibility is very intriguing.
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
But every draft is going to be a little bit different, of course.
Yeah, it is. It is. Save flowers off the board there by Billy, by the way.
Yeah, Zay's gone. It's unfortunate. I love me some Zay. But yeah, Jams, I think Badake answered your question, but yeah, good to have you. Welcome. What's up, Jonah? We're doing good, man. How about you?
How you feeling?
Joe says, I think I messed up my super chat donation. I mean, you donated $5. Did you have a question that you want us to ask?
Yeah,
let us
I have
know.
a question and we'll answer it right away for sure.
We'd be happy to answer it if you'd like.
By the way, pack it up on who took CJ at the 101. Did an explanation. He says, "Colts my favorite landing spot feature. Proof, good old line, young receivers, and have all their picks. And with them trading up to the #1 overall, shows they are committed that he is going to be the long-term guy." And most teams with the 101 in Superflex would need a quarterback. Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely like the landing spot. I would completely agree with you based off of all those things that you said. They're committed. They're going to be building. One thing I don't like about this is that I'm still skeptical on the head coach. Who the hell is it going to be? I don't want it to be Jeff Saturday personally.
I just don't. I think that's noise. I don't think that's real.
Yeah, for sure. I completely agree. But I agree with you. I like the Colts over the Raiders in the landing spot to where they can build for the future and they can build with these young players. They build in a young sphere as well on the defensive side with Kwity Paye. A little bit. They got a decent offensive line, like you said. So
I just got an absolute steal, by the way. I'm taking Israel Banikonda at the 2-6, who went to the Cowboys in the second round.
Whoa.
Sheesh. We'll take that all day.
Okay.
I love it.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
No. So I definitely do like that landing spot pack it up. So I think Zach would agree. He likes the landing spot as well.
I like the landing spot.
Quarterbacks.
I'm still gonna go Bijan, but I do like the landing spot. I mean, Bijan with Justin Herbert and the Chargers and that offensive line.
In this scenario, yeah, it would be crazy. So.
Oof. But absolutely, I love the landing spot.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Agree with you.
John says, I just finished my final class of today. Wish I could have been a part of these drafts. I traded the 112 in Hollywood for the 103. Nice.
Yeah.
I don't want to move off of Hollywood. I think he's a good buy low right now, but I think you got great value. So I would be comfortable to do that. Yeah, I would do that trade.
Don't take Kincaid, man.
So Kincaid's off the board. What are you thinking here? By the way, I thought Rashee Rice was good value as well at the 2.8. He, in this scenario, was a second-round pick. So I thought that was good value.
Yeah, I'm just having a hard time finding who else. Where did Marvin? I don't think I want to take him here anyway. Tank didn't get drafted, did he?
I don't
Kendra
think so.
didn't get drafted. I mean, some of these guys
I really
get
don't.
drafted now.
From what we've heard, the NFL is not in on Tank Bigsby.
Yeah,
But it's
that's
too
what
early
I'm
to
thinking
trust
right now.
anything.
I think he's kind of gonna get like this Isaiah Spiller type feel.
Could be.
Like he has a size. He had a decent year, but you know that's exactly what I'm hearing. I'm gonna take Xavier Hutchinson here.
Oh, damn it.
Falls at the 210, so I'm really happy. Even though he
Good
didn't get drafted in this scenario, if I'm not,
He did.
He did. Okay, so
He was drafted to the Chiefs in the 3rd round.
Ooh, Kansas City, baby. Huh? Super
Which
Bowl
doesn't
winners,
mean
they
anything,
said?
but
Super Bowl winners, huh?
I would have drafted him. I just forgot he was on the board. Tajay Spears at the 211. He was drafted to the Broncos in the 3rd. 23 pick value for Jay Love. I would say probably a mid-second, but if I have Jordan Love, I'm holding. Like, you can't send me a mid-second and get Jordan Love because I am someone who has a lot of optimism on what his career could look like. Joe says, guys, did I mess up my super chat?
Yeah, so
Joe, I don't know, man. Do you have a question you want us to ask? Because if you do, just comment down below right now and we'll answer it.
So basically, Joe, for super chat, you can donate, and you have a question, we answer right away. If not, and if you just wanted to donate, that's awesome. But if you did have a question,
exactly.
don't do another super chat unless you want to. You can just put your question in the chat and we'll answer it right away for you. Since you did do the super chat already.
Totally. If you want us to answer something, just comment because we'll do it. But if you were just wanting to donate $5, that's fine. Okay, that's fine as well. That's fine.
Yeah.
Reb says, "Congrats on 5K subs. Glad to be a part of it. You guys are killing it. Looking forward to the next 5K
awesome.
and beyond."
Appreciate you too, Reb.
Appreciate it, Reb. Who's the wide receiver one? JSN / Quentin Johnston. For me, JSN.
Yeah, in that scenario for me would be Quentin as well. I think both of these.
Yeah.
I mean, the landing spot is just phenomenal. No matter what, and that's okay with Jordan Love and or Justin, Aaron Rodgers as well.
Yeah. Noah more parties. Noah built the ship. I'm not sure. I'm a Scooney guy and have a similar opinion. Thinking I can get him for a steal. Are you talking about the guy with? Yeah, that's the guy at BDGE, I think.
Right.
I'm a Scooney guy and have a similar opinion. Thinking I can get him for a steal. What would you sell J Love for, Zach? I would be unreasonable in an offer. If someone tried to ask me for Jordan Love, I would be unreasonable because I don't think I can get a quarterback like Jordan Love at the 201 this year, and I also don't think we've seen anywhere near what Jordan Love can do in his career just yet. So, yeah, I'm saying for me, I'm just not selling him because no one's going to give me what I'm going to ask for. I guess in my scenario specifically, I have Pat Mahomes in the league I'm thinking of. I have Pat Mahomes, Kyler Murray, Jordan Love. So it wouldn't make sense for me to move Jordan Love unless I got an opportunity to have another quarterback.
You're on the clock, by the way.
I am on the clock. Yep. I feel like Parker Washington's been an auto draft for me in the 3rd round.
Just unfortunate where he's going in this scenario.
Yeah, but he got drafted. I mean, at this point, not a lot of these people got drafted. Kenny McIntosh is there as well. That's interesting to me. I'll grab Kenny here. I'll grab Kenny.
Yeah, he goes to the Bengals here.
Yeah, I think he could fill that 3rd down role pretty well. I don't know I think Samaje Perine is a free agent, so I'm assuming Samaje moves on. So that's a role that's definitely in the 3rd round. I'll take that.
Yeah.
Jonas says, I think it's almost been a year since I found you guys. Honestly, in my top 2 fantasy creators, instantly, especially dynasty-wise. Appreciate that, man.
That's awesome. We appreciate you.
Kind of, yeah. J-Mo for Watson and Purdy. Thoughts? That's an interesting one.
Purdy.
Do you think Purdy's the answer, man?
That's the thing. That's the biggest question.
I'm not so sure still, personally.
Take Luke Musgrave here. I mean, gosh.
Yeah, that's actually a good pick, actually.
He went to the Texans in the 2nd round as well.
That's an oversight for me. If it's Superflex, I think I'm actually fine to take the Watson side, but if it's not, then I'm still going to stick with Jameson. Joe says, I sent a super chat through, and I'm not sure I did it right. Joe.
Shout out to Joe. Hey, Joe, man, we love you, brother. Maybe Joe's just pulling our leg here.
I think he might be. Joe.
Hey, guys, I don't know if you guys noticed. I sent a super chat. Did I do it wrong?
Joe, I just want to help you.
That's actually
I just want to help answer your question.
Yeah, me too. I just want to. Joe's high as that.
I just want to give you something back for donating, and I don't know how to.
That's so funny.
Joe, you're a legend, man. Okay, Parker Washington, Stetson Benton's gone. Yeah, Luke Musgrave is a very good pick there. Again, friendly reminder, Luke went as one of the first picks.
In the 2nd round.
In the 2nd round, yeah.
I like that friendly reminder. Or
yeah, friendly reminder.
Not friendly reminder. People keep saying, if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to find other ways.
Yeah, friendly reminder.
What's other ways? Ask your question, Joseph. Love it.
Yeah, Joseph, just ask your question, my man. Jonathan Mingo's off the board. Darnell Washington's off the board. Who's a good wide receiver target to try and move Kamara for? If people are, I'm not going to say people are smart, but if people are aware of his situation and that team, then I don't think people are going to want Alvin Kamara. But names that come to mind, like, could you maybe do Rashad Bateman? I don't know.
What was the question?
Probably couldn't do Calvin Ridley. Like, who can you move Kamara for? You might have to include picks. I don't know. Maybe Bateman. Probably not, though. Maybe like a Mike Evans or... That's tough. You could probably do like an Elijah Moore plus a second or something.
Alvin Kamara, man, he's...
Hey,
great for you.
I'm going to take Puka Nakua at the 4.6. I've talked about him before. Reminds me a little bit of Alec Pierce as far as being like a very good contested catcher. Strong body. Works harder than anyone. But after the catch, I feel like he's even more intriguing than Alec Pierce is after the catch. I'll grab him here this late.
Yeah.
No, you're fine, Joe. He says, I'm new to this. Sorry, guys. You are totally fine. No need to be sorry.
Yeah,
just let us know if there is a question we can help with.
Yeah, man. We appreciate the super chat and the donation. Thank you so much.
Dogzo says, why isn't my super chat coming through? Oh, I don't know, man. Maybe Dogzo tried to do another super chat or something. Or sorry, Joe tried to do one and it didn't come through. I'm not sure.
Is it glitched? Let me see if I can. Let me open my another. Let me just go on my YouTube thing and see if I can donate. See what that looks like. Maybe there's a problem. Donate. Super chat.
Deuce Vaughn goes. Jaden Reed goes. I like that Jaden Reed pick. Eric Gray goes. There's a lot of Eric Gray people out there. Okay, Dogzo says he's just playing. He was just joking.
Okay. I'm taking the...
Joe, I want to... You're taking Tank Dell? Yeah. He's my 403, so I think it's worth it. Joe, honestly, I just want to set up a coffee date now with you, me, and Badake so we can just answer your question. We want to get to the bottom of it. Here it is!
Come on, Joe. All right, 12 team.
Hey, give it up for Joe. I want big Joes in the chat. I want to say, good job, Joe. You killed it, Joe. Well done. Okay, Joe, here we go. 12-team Dynasty, 1 quarterback PPR, start 9. Should I do this trade? Giving AJ Dillon, Tyler Algier, projected late 24 first, getting Jonathan Taylor and Mike Willie. Okay, so you're giving AJ Dillon, Tyler Algier, and a projected late first.
Jonathan Taylor, I think I'm doing that.
I think I'm doing that too, especially in a 1 quarterback format. Now,
100%.
The scenario in which this bites you in the ass is if that projected late ends up being an early. You know, you send this deal in that 24 first, which you thought would be the 110 to the 112, and it ends up being the 103, that would bite you in the ass. But yes, I'd be more than willing to do this. Tyler Algier, we talked about him before. Not a player that we value maybe like the rest of the community does.
Yeah.
5th round draft capital. Good player, but I'm just not sure he's ever going to be some sort of superstar like you have in Jonathan Taylor. And AJ Dillon, we thought maybe this offseason could be when he takes that role, but we're already hearing talks about Aaron Jones restructuring. So, yeah, I'll take JT and the Mike Williams side. The only kicker is you can't really project that first. But, yeah, I like the JT side of it.
Yeah, 100%. Completely agree. Love JT. Love Mike Will. I think it's a win for you.
Yeah. Joe, people are giving Joe his props. Joe's a man. I love it. Hey, he did it.
That's awesome, man.
Awesome. Congrats, Joe. Dogzo donated. Said shout out to Joe. Joe, awesome. I just want you to feel like an absolute king tonight, man. Everyone's rooting for you. No need to be awesome. Sorry. Casey says, nice job, Joe. This is like when they let the Make-A-Wish kid run for a touchdown and we all cheer. Joe Robinson 101. I love it. I love it. He said I sent it in. Good job, Joe.
Nah, man.
Thanks, Dog Joe, as well for the donation.
Love, man. That's awesome.
But yeah, that's the draft today, guys. This day today, what day is it? I mean, for us, it's the 10th of February.
Yeah.
There comes a donation, Nodi. For us, it's the 10th of February. For you, it's the 9th of February. This day will officially go down as the Joe Robinson mock. This is the Joe Robinson live stream. You know,
Joe Robinson live stream.
You know, they have the flu game for Michael Jordan, the headband game for LeBron James. 9th of February or 10th if you're international. That's the Joe Robinson stream.
You love to see it.
We'll never forget.
You love to see
any
it.
Super Bowl props?
There's a couple out there that I've been seeing. I mean, let me see if I can.
We are quite limited where we are as far as props at the moment. We got locked out of a couple accounts being in Australia, so
there are some good. There are some good ones out there. I don't have them in front of me, but I know depending on what platform you use.
Yeah.
You know, anytime Travis Kelce touchdown. Anytime
that feels like a good one.
Anytime AJ Brown touchdown, a rushing touchdown. I think there was one of either Miles Sanders or Kenneth Gainwell anytime rushing touchdown, if I'm not mistaken, that was out there. But I don't have it in front of me.
Well, Casey's saying national anthem always goes over.
Yeah, I mean you could do those cool ones. Yeah, let me see.
Tails on kickoff. Dogzo says Mahomes over on rushing 20 yards.
Ooh,
that's a tough one because that could hit, but
that could hit, especially
that could easily hit, or he could like not rush at all the entire time.
Yeah, Tails
never fails. Jonas says quick thoughts on this trade. What
have you seen in the last? I think it was the last 8 or 9 Super Bowls. The person who loses the coin flip are usually the losers. Does that make sense? So
I haven't seen that. No.
I saw somebody posted it.
But now that you said it, I'm going to use it as my Bible when I'm betting, and I'm going to blame you if it goes wrong.
Let me see if I can find that. It was a post. I saw somebody.
Jones says quick thoughts on this trade: Chase, Wandale, and the 408 for the 101, 109, and 201. As in Jamar Chase. I'm keeping Jamar Chase.
We're at quick thoughts. Chase, Wandale. Yep. 408, 10. Oh, 101, 109. No, yeah, I'm still keeping Chase though.
Where have you gone, Joe Robinson? A nation turns its lonely eyes to you. I love it. Who's the wide receiver one of the Packers? If one of these rookies went to Green Bay, that would be decided in season.
Yeah, we wouldn't know. We wouldn't know what that would look like.
It depends on what the wide receiver is. If it's Addison, probably going to be Watson, and Addison's going to be a good compliment. But if it's JSN, I think JSN is a #1 in target share.
I think it's JSN and Quinton that really become the wide receiver ones. Other people think that Watson is a true wide receiver one. I think he's a good complementary wide receiver.
I think he can be a wide receiver one.
Exactly, on the player that comes in for this team. I think he can be the wide receiver one, but I can definitely see getting a bigger wide receiver one, surpassing Watson in targets.
Yeah. All right, that's probably it for us today, guys. I'm gonna go get food and probably work on this merch site. I'm excited for you guys to see that next week.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And honestly, if you like the way the stuff looks, buy it. If you don't, and you want to support, buy it. If you don't like the way it looks, and you don't want to support, don't buy it.
Yeah.
There's no pressure to any of it, but we've had people who have reached out before and like, you should make merch. You should make merch. Your designs are cool. So that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
And excited for you guys to see that here soon. That will be announced on Discord. We'll talk about it in our live streams, but it will be officially announced on Discord. So make sure you're there. Link in the description. But all love. Yeah. Got a lot of videos coming out that we still are excited about this week. So don't miss those. Stay tuned. And turn those notifications on so you get notifications when we go live.
Right.
You can follow us on Twitter if you like. Here's my Twitter link. We post some random stuff here and there. And then you can also follow Badake, which I will put his link here in the chat. Our Patreon. Big shout out to everyone who's supporting us over on Patreon. The Patreon package has got some really awesome feedback, which has been awesome to see. Like very, very excited about the feedback and the overall thought process. What happened?
Joe like resent that message.
Oh, okay.
That trade message. Sorry.
But shout out to Matt, Jesse Buys, Jack, Christopher, Magnuson, Ronnie, Jeff, Simon, some of these guys who signed up recently over on
guys,
Patreon.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
Definitely appreciate the love, appreciate the support. That's in the description below to our Patreon if you want to check it out. Did Joe never get his question answered?
I'm assuming, Joe, if you didn't know our answer, we said Jonathan Taylor. And if you watch this again and say what cut off, you can rewind it back, brother.
Joe got me wrong.
So I sent it in already.
Exactly. The great Joe Robinson stream of 2023.
I mean, this Joe person can be like...
We have a lot of iconic streams, right?
Yeah.
The LeBron James stream. We'll never forget. The Rashad Bateman stream.
LeBron, oh God.
We'll never forget. The Joe Robinson stream is getting dangerously close to the most memorable. Anyway, guys, all love. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you very soon. And yeah, all love.
Love.